It was a scorching afternoon on the ranch, and Grandpa was fixing the old shed roof while I worked on the tractor. The peace was shattered by the unmistakable sound of a van's engine rolling onto our property. From the windows, I could see several of our tools had been stolen: bags, drills, and even a chainsaw. The HOA had sent a crew directly onto our land, assuming no one would stop them. I ran toward the van, furious. "Hey, that's our property," I shouted. But the men didn't slow down. They were loading more tools into the van, laughing like they were on a joyride. My hands shook, not just from anger but from adrenaline. Grandpa appeared behind me, his hat tilted low, eyes scanning the situation. "Let them try and drive off," he muttered quietly, a sly grin spreading across his face. "They'll learn quickly." I didn't understand at first, but then Grandpa reached into his pocket and pulled out a set of heavy-duty nails. With precision born from decades of ranch life, he nailed the van doors shut, making sure every latch clicked into place, locking them in with the tools inside. The men realized too late what had happened. They tried to open the doors, jiggling the handles, shouting curses, but the nails held firm. Grandpa didn't even flinch, just stood there, sipping water, as if watching a small storm unfold. "Let's see how you like being trapped," he muttered under his breath. I could barely contain my laughter, though I stayed cautious. The van was heavy, and these men were panicking. One of them tried to climb through a window but got stuck halfway, kicking and screaming. The rest pounded on the metal, but the tools were firmly locked in with them. Jake arrived just in time, having been informed by our security cameras. He leaned against the fence, arms crossed, smirking. "Not a bad move, Grandpa," he said. "You don't even need to touch them. They're stuck by their own stupidity." Karen, who had apparently directed the crew from afar, came running toward the van, her face turning red as she realized what had happened. "Undo that! Undo it! Those aren't yours!" she screamed. "They are now," I called back, standing tall. "Trespassing, theft, and unauthorized removal of property. All documented." I pointed to the cameras, which had captured everything from every angle. Grandpa shook his head. "They really don't understand this land. It's not a playground. It's ours. And anyone foolish enough to steal from us deserves exactly what's coming to them." The crew spent what felt like an eternity trapped in the van, shouting and cursing, until finally, we called the sheriff's office to intervene. The deputies arrived, quickly assessing the situation, and confirmed what we already knew. Every tool, every nail, every lock had been legally ours, and the crew had no right to be on our property. Karen and her crew were fined, and the tools were returned, undamaged but firmly accounted for. Grandpa watched the whole thing with quiet satisfaction. "Let this be a lesson," he said. "Trespassers never win here." By evening, the ranch had returned to its usual calm. The sun set over the fields, the cattle grazed peacefully, and even the trees seemed to settle after the chaos. We reviewed the security footage again, making multiple backups. Every angle, every nail, every futile attempt to escape was documented. That night, as we sat on the porch, Jake leaned back with a smile. "Grandpa's methods never fail," he said. Grandpa chuckled, tipping his hat to the horizon. "Sometimes the simplest tools, nails and patience, teach the best lessons." And in that moment, I realized that protecting our property wasn't just about force or legal threats. It was about cleverness, timing, and ensuring that anyone who crossed our boundaries would regret it long after they left. The HOA might think they could push, steal, or intimidate, but on this land, the rules and the consequences were ours.